Hi guys, welcome to Cinnamon and Honey Reborn Nursery. Welcome to part 2 of painting baby Corey. And right now I'm going to show you guys how to do creases. And I've already creased one leg for you can see the difference. See the little, just a little shading. Let me show you. So this one has been creased already and this one has not. And it just is a subtle creasing. I like to use this tiny little detail brush, if you can see it, so tiny. And then I like to use just a blood red color. You just want to put a little bit of thinner in there. Then you want to go in all the creases. And then take this little elf brush that you can get for $2 at Target and just gently move the paint through the creases. And then I like to dab it off a little bit. And there you can see we have a creased ankle. So you'll just continue to do that in every crease, and you'll continue to do that through the whole kit. I'll show you on the face the creasing that's pretty important. So it looks like that. And then you gently carry the paint over. Want to make sure you don't have too much paint left in the creases, nothing build up. That's why I take this and just rub it after that. And then there you go. And these will fade out a little bit because we're going to put some more mottling and wash layers on this baby. So they will fade out a little bit, but you want to do everywhere there's a line. You want to do a crease, just gives it that nice shadow, makes it look way more realistic. And just lightly go through there. You don't want it too dramatic. You want it to show up so when you do the modeling layers and more skin tone layers that you can actually see the creasing, but it should be like a shadow, like when you see little babies' fat leg creases, it should look like that. All right, just like that, very subtle. And just make sure that you drag that paint out of there so it doesn't stain any of the creases, just like that. No creases on the toes. Go around the base of the toes. And then wherever it has lines in the toes, you want to do that. Okay, oops, sorry about that. I went ahead and finished this leg, and I didn't realize that my phone had cut me off saying I have no more memory. So, boo, iPhone. Anyway, too many Reborn videos and pictures on there, I guess, but I was able to delete some and then continue with this video. But I finished the leg. This is one of the hands that's already been creased. And yeah, you'll just continue with all the creasing. Now for the face, you'll want to crease in the eyes, across the eyes, any creases you have around the nose, inside the nose, the little piece between the nose right here, and then do the lips while you're at it, and then down here just all the creases, put some in the ears, but I've already creased his face for time's sake. But yeah, do all your creases, and then we'll meet back here for a couple more washes and modeling layers. Okay, now here we are. So far we have done, we washed and dried the kit. We did 2 red washes, 1 blue wash, 1 yellow model. We've done the veins, creases, and now we're on our purple model. I'm going to use this Genesis Eyelid Purple. I don't know if you can see it, it's a really dark purple. I'm going to put some paint thinner because we don't want this purple to be too crazy. Let me show you the bowl here. I'm mixing it in. There we go. Okay, you want to get a pretty good bit. I dread the day that I'm going to run out of Genesis heat set paints and I'm going to have to switch to a different brand, because this has literally been the brand I started with and the best brand in my opinion. And when COVID happened, they couldn't get some of the supplies to make their their formula for their heat set paint. And then what happened is they tried to do a new formula without that, without whatever they couldn't get in there. And it did not work well. No one liked it, and it didn't go on the babies well. So this is the original Genesis heat set paint. I still have a ton left, but I'm thinking eventually I will run out as many babies as I paint. Now, can you see the purple going down the side? Let me put it in there. Can you see the purple going down the side? It should be like that, like translucent. You probably can't even see it. It's so light, but that's how it should be. You don't want it too dark. You don't want to see any purple on your baby. You just want to add a little depth. We'll put this on our little sponge. Okay, blot it off a little bit. Good idea always to start on the back of the head, just so you can see if it's too dark, too light, and just gently pounce on that. Gently pounce on the purple model. This is going to bring a lot of life to the baby. Going to bring a lot of depth. Now for this purple, I will do the forehead, and then I will do in front of the ears. I will do the chin, dab a little bit on the lips. I'm going to avoid the cheeks. So you see here, I've avoided the center of the face because, you know, real newborn babies, the center of the face is not that modeled. So I have avoided the center of the face on this, and looking pretty good. Just go back and make sure you didn't miss any spots. Okay, looking good. And then go ahead and continue with your limbs. And you don't have to dip it again for the feet, just so a lot of it don't go in the creases. Go around the ankles. Okay, now we can get some more. Always make sure you stir it up really well. All right, now we're just gonna pounce that on. As you can see, that's giving a more depth and lifelike features to the baby. You're going to continue as your homework to do all the limbs with the purple. Make sure if you get any in the creases, you take a little brush and just kind of blot it out. That way you don't have any paint built up. Sometimes when you see in reborn babies that sometimes as a beginner, you'll see it looks like dirt in the creases, but it's actually the paint that was built up and there was too much went in the creases. So here we go. That's what it looks like. Here's the other leg that hasn't been modeled yet, so you can see a little bit of a difference. But we're going to continue modeling all of these limbs, and then our next step will be some blushing, some details, and then we'll take a look at the baby and see if we need to add any more colors or if this will be good enough. The number one thing that I found with reborning when I first started is do less is more. Less is more. So if it gets to a point where you're really liking it and it looks pretty, looks good to you, just go ahead and stop. If you put too much red, too much blues, too much of any color, it can really make your baby look odd when it's finished. It'll have like, can even turn orange sometime if you blend all the colors together and don't bake in between, but we do bake in between. But yeah, the main thing I would tell you, like the main advice that I learned is less is more. So to make them look realistic, you don't need to go crazy. So finish modeling all of your limbs and we'll be back for the next step. All right, as you can see, this is the finished product of our baby. What we did all together, just to recap, and I'll show you the baby's face. This is little Corey. I went ahead and put some little tears on his eyes, some gloss in his nose and his ears, and just to recap all the steps that we took in case I missed something, because I'm not used to recording every time I paint. So we washed the kit with Dawn dish soap and hot water, and then we dried the kit in the New Wave oven. That was in part 1. We did 3 red washes, 1 blue wash, 1 yellow model. Then we did the veins, as you can see the veins on there, hopefully. We did the creases. I don't know if I filmed that, probably not, but you just use a dark red in all the creases. Oh yeah, I did mention that. And then we did a purple model. We did more details inside the nose, the ears, the lips, the eyes. And we did some blushing on the knees and the ankles and the little thighs. And then we did some blushing on the face. We put some little capillaries. If you can see the little red capillaries on there, we did that. And then I did a light pink wash because the baby was looking a little pale. And then the varnish, and the varnish that I use is, look at this handy little thing that I paint with. It's so cool. Got all my goods in here. So this is the varnish that I use, and you mix 1 teaspoon of this with a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Wait, baking soda or baking powder? Baking soda. You can find the recipe online. I think it's baking soda, but I use 1 teaspoon of this, and then 20 drops of water, and then the 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and that makes the varnish. The baby's already been varnished, so you can tell it's nice and smooth. And see, this is the finished product. And now I'll do his eyelashes and his pacifier and his hair, but that's pretty much the painting process. And I hope you guys learned some tips. I hope you were able to maybe think about painting your own reborn baby. But yeah, if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments and I'll try to answer as best I can. Like I said, I've been an artist my whole life, but I've been doing reborns about 3 years. And it does take some getting used to. It's a process to, you know, get it to a level where the baby looks super realistic. Let me show you with a hat what the baby looks like. So cute. Because I think this kit is like a boy, but if not, we could also do a girl little headband. But you can already tell how cute he's gonna be. Look at that. Look, he's so cute. You can already tell how cute he's gonna be, and he will be available on our reborns.com nursery as soon as we get his hair done. And that's it. Thank you guys for joining us in this little painting process. Like I said, this is the first time I filmed my painting, so I'm sure I left a million things out. But if you have any questions like, oh, what'd you use for this, or what do I do with this, or you skip this, or whatever, just let me know and I will answer your questions. But thank you guys so much for joining us in this little painting tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe, follow us on reborns.com, and keep an eye out for Corey. He'll be coming up soon as he gets his hair and his eyelashes and his photo shoot. All right. Love you guys. Talk soon. Bye.